Warning, the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, everything spicy and the producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed on this show.
Hey everyone, I am Phil, and this is Everything Spicy. I had to adjust that a little bit. How you doing, guys? Oh my goodness, what is it? It's Saturday night. Are we excited? Are we excited that the weekend is upon us? Or are we disappointed that it's halfway over? We still got the rest of tonight. We got all day tomorrow. Tomorrow now we mope around because we got to go back to work on Monday, right? No moping. No moping. Hey, it's great to see everyone. Hey, I want to start out by saying thank you to a couple of folks. First of all, I want to say thank you to Eileen Ballou, the fam. Thank you, Eileen. May we give her a quick, you know what we're talking about.
You got a tendency for taking all your clothes off. Oh man, hot damn, you got a body like. Oh man, hot damn, I'm falling hard like. I like it. Oh man, hot damn.
I see you there, Grace.
I like it.
You ought to see Granny acting up in the basement. Oh my goodness. Oh, and we got to say thank you to our friend Raven the Blackbird, who has renewed his membership and upgraded it. So it looks like there's a renewal and an upgrade. So thank you, Raven. Do appreciate it. Let's give Raven a little something, something. Thank you, Raven. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate support to the channel. Channel appreciates it. All sorts of great things come. So when we do this stuff, so I do appreciate y'all supporting the channel. So let's say hello to people that are in the chat. Joe W. I can talk. Joe W. was the first one in. Phil, pull my finger. I'm not pulling your finger there, Joe W. I don't know. I was trying to come up with some kind of thumbnail tonight, and that just, I don't know why that popped into my mind, but it did. Of course, Eileen Ballou, the fam, is here. Yes, she is. Zach from the Texas Hotspot is here. And if you are watching this, scrolling across the bottom, we will be eating some jerky made by Zach from the Texas Hotspot. That's been in the mail for about 2 months. So, you're not supposed to put this in a regular envelope, folks. It's too thick. I'm telling you, it fits. But the mail people, the way that thing operates, it's got to be a certain, no thicker than a piece of cardboard. Now, the jerky's not thicker than a piece of cardboard. But the way this is contoured, I don't know if you can tell or not, it's as if it's thicker than cardboard because it's not completely flat. I think it wound up off the conveyor somewhere, somehow. And that's why it took it 2 months to get here. So it got picked up off the floor somewhere. Maybe I shouldn't be eating that. I don't know. You know me, I'll eat pretty much anything. So nothing to worry about there. Mr. Fulton's in the house. What's up, Fulton? And Fulton wants to make sure everybody knows he hit 1,900 subscribers this week. So congratulations to Mr. Fulton. The great big milestone. Good to see you, man. Saucy Shane, my saucy brother. Good to see you, Saucy Shane. Good to see you here, man. Oh, let's see. Joe W. said hi to Joe W. William Simpson's here. What's up, William? What's hit? Dr. Smith is in the house. Salute. Everything spicy. Salute to you, Dr. Smith. Kathy Gahan. Hey, how you doing, girl? Very good to see you. Very good to see you. Donald Morris is in the house. What's up, Donald Morris? What's happening, man? Good to see you. Albert Barlow's joining us tonight. What's up, Albert? Good to see you, my friend. I say hi to William Simpson. Of course we did. How you doing, William? Oh, let's see. Keep scrolling through the folks here. Raven. Yep, we got Raven. Yep. Simo is in the house. What's up, Simo? If you guys have not checked out Simo just started a channel reviewing beers. He's a nice guy over there in the UK, and he's already hit 100 subscribers, a little over 100 subscribers right now. So go check him out, support his channel. I know there's a lot of people that come here that like reviewing beers, right, Oji-san, right? Travis, right? Pretty much everybody here. So Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic Travis is in the house. What's up, Travis? Good to see you, my friend. Of course, I said Granny was here, right? We said Granny was here, right? Right, we did that. We went there. We had gone there. We went there. We've been there. Oh, let's scroll through here. Ravens upgrade. Oh, spicy jerky Saturday. Jockey 551 is in the house. What's up, Jockey? How you doing, man? E-Waste Mike is here. E-Waste, you might want to come up on panel, or maybe you don't want to. Sam's not here or anything, or maybe Sam is. I don't know. JC the Reaper. What's up, James? How you doing, man? Good to see you too, my friend. Oh, let's see here. Joe W. Texas Hospital. Georgiana's in the house. What's up, Georgiana? My throat. Lazy Nate TV is here. What's up, Lazy Nate? Good to see you. Chaucer's here. Fox and Outdoor. Who out of this group lives in PA? JDS is in the house. What's up, JDS? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. All right, let's see. I think we got everybody that has come in here. If I missed you, I apologize. I'm scrolling right back up. See if I missed anybody. I don't think I missed anybody. I think we got everybody. Sam's with me. We ain't come up. Want to bet? Oh, there's Crazy Ann. What's up, Crazy Ann? Good to see you. Crazy Ann messaged me earlier that she may just stay in the chat. I don't know. But either way, it's always great having Crazy Ann here. The Gibbler's in the house. What's up, Gibbler? There you go. And there's Sam laughing her butt off. Or her ass or butt. That actually stands for ass, right? Laugh my ass off. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what it stands for. Just pointing out the obvious. We all know, what. Oh, my goodness. Great to see everyone here, man. Great to see everyone. So, without further ado, we should not make these ladies wait around in the basement any longer than they have to. So, we are going to start with, we do the whole first in, first up thing here. Let's see here.
I would pop them sweet balls right in my mouth.
Granny.
I don't know who that crazy old woman is that keeps up with me every time I try to come up here. I swear. I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, if you don't know the reference to that, we were talking about Cindy's chocolate salty balls.
Yes.
Yes.
Cindy's balls.
Cindy's balls. Hey, you got to be specific here. You don't want anybody assuming anything crazy. But she doesn't want Cindy's spicy balls. She wants, some non-spicy ones. Because those
He got me. I made a mistake of saying something, and he caught it.
Me?
Yup.
Yup. Yeah, from time to time, I do find a thing or two that my friends do. That's, that'd be good. That we can't possibly forget that.
It's
They're
definitely funny.
Especially you sucking the air out of that little Fireball bottle with it on the end of your tongue too. I know they're not salty. I don't. Chocolate salty balls came to my mind there for some reason. Cindy thinking of Chef in South Park and all that. I don't know. Oh, you sent me some. You guys in your conversations in here, funny. All right, we have got another person in the basement. I think by this intro, you will know who it is. If I just find the damn intro. All right, well, maybe not. It's in here. It is.
Anna, Elsa, Christoph, Sven, Samantha. I don't even know it's Samantha. Samantha, read it.
I know it's Samantha. What's up, Samantha?
Hey, Sam.
Hey,
How you doing this evening?
good.
How's the little pop-up?
Finally did it right,
It's
man.
fine. He's good.
Look at this consistency.
He found himself a nice place to sit.
Yeah.
Gotta be with his mama. You guys talking? I forget. Is that your Christmas tree still up, Sam?
Yep. Kid likes to sleep in the living room on the weekends, and he likes it.
I got
He
like a
won't let me
nightlight.
sit down. Yeah.
Yeah, we got ours up way too soon, but right after the New Year's, ours usually comes down. So, but I know people keep them up longer than you've got yours up. So
We had an earthquake today. I was surprised it didn't fall down.
Say what?
really,
Yeah, we had a 5.3,
Good God.
but it lasted a while. It was freaky. Yeah.
did you? How many of the aftershocks did you feel?
2.
2, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you got a big one like a 5.3, you're gonna feel at least, I would think, at least 2 of the aftershocks. Because usually aftershocks are good, 3.0 something.
Yeah. You feel it.
That
That one 7-pointer we had a few years ago, there were like hundreds of aftershocks. It was insane. And it went on for days. It was nuts.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah.
So,
Just had to meet that real quick. So what have you been up to, Granny? Anything exciting?
Hell no. Unfortunately, nothing exciting.
Unfortunately, nothing exciting. Well, hey, Sometimes no excitement is good because, you know, we know how
Well-
sometimes excitement can be, and it's not the kind of excitement that we want.
Yeah. I'd rather have the excitement I get on here.
Yep. Nice, calm, relaxing.
Having fun, laughing, you know.
Exactly. Excitement less free. Oh, I know it can get crazy at times. I know, you know. Hey, it's just life happens, right? Things happen in our lives, and it's sometimes it's good excitement, sometimes it's bad excitement. We try to like to minimize the bad excitement around here for sure. So, didn't they? And they had just had a big earthquake out in Japan, I think again, like a week or two ago. I don't know because they were worried. I think they were worried about a
Tsunami.
tidal wave or whatever coming from tsunami or whatever coming from that. That never happened, but yeah, you're closer to Japan than the rest of us are. So
We get tsunami warnings too afterwards.
Oh.
In the peninsula.
Yep.
Yeah, you never know, man.
Mm-hmm.
They get a dang earthquake and ruin a bunch of crap, and then turn around and have a bunch of water come rush in for the first, you know, quarter mile, half mile up inland. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who live there, especially.
Yeah. I was in. I've probably told this story before, but since you mentioned the earthquake, I was in Okinawa back in '87 when we had an earthquake there, and it was. They said it was like a 7.2, and we're in these old barracks with these hard floors, and of course, all of our stuff, our racks that we sleep on are metal, our wall lockers and all our stuff in is metal. When it rumbled, I mean, it was loud, and you know, us guys from the East Coast, we'd never been in a earthquake before, so we thought some shit was going down. You know, we thought we were being attacked or something was going. We grabbed our stuff and we ran outside, and those other Marines, you know, that grew up in California and the West Coast, they just laughed their asses off at us. They thought that stuff was so funny. They were laughing. But it was scary. Well, we were there for.
Yeah.
We were there. Was it the first time or the second time? We were there for a typhoon too. So they get a lot of hot weather, a lot of crazy weather out there. So that was a place that had the fruit bats that probably were, when they hung upside down, were probably 2.5 feet.
Jesus.
And the wingspan on these things, I'd probably say probably close to 4 feet, 5 feet wingspan on these things. Holy mackerel. One of those things would come flying down out of a tree to grab like a bug or something. Man, that gets your attention. So, what's up, Todd? 210. I'm all tongue-tied tonight. 21090.
Hey, Todd.
Oh, my goodness.
How's it
Lone
going,
Star
Todd?
Tourism. Hey, Lone Star.
3 a.m. Holy mackerel, Travis. Well, you have a good night, man.
Oh.
Chad's in the house. What's up, Chad? Even though he doesn't come up here, I'd have a thing for Chad. The Chad. What's up, man? How you doing? Holy mackerel. So, I already talked about it again today in the mail. This is the back side because the front side's got everybody's personal information on it. We had shoved in this envelope a piece of jerky from Zach at the Texas Hotspot. Nice big piece. This is probably a good 3 inches long at the widest, and a couple of an inch and a half or inch and 3/4 wide. So this is a good piece of jerky. Now we're going to see if it's good after 2 months of being in the mail, because we don't know. But I am going to cut this. I'm going to cut this up into some chunks here, not leave it whole.
It's jerky.
Right? It should be just fine.
Unless they had it sitting on a heater or something.
Well, he made it himself. So, you know, sometimes, it smells hot. Oh, it smells hot.
What'd he put in it?
Zach, you want to put that in the chat? What you put in it? It smells. I think there's some kind of extract sauce or.
Ooh.
It does smell like there's some kind of sauce. I know. I want to think he marinated it, but he's got to put it in there for us. I'm going to cut this thing long ways. Matter of fact, let me do this. Over 20 different super hot and devil's blood extract.
Oh.
So this is like a challenge. Oh geez.
Yeah, that's gonna be spicy.
It's a good thing I ate before coming down here. I'm gonna cut it like that. Let's do this. Well, it's tough. It's like shoe leather in place.
I love jerky, but I can't eat it. All I can do is gnaw on it. It's frustrating.
I don't think you'd want to gnaw on this.
Your jaw gets sore after a while trying that.
Yeah.
And some people like their jerky like this. Some people like the more tougher pieces. I like it nice and tender, but either my knife is dull or the other.
Uh-oh, fire alarm just went off.
Told you it was hot. 2-month-old jerky. All right. Well, this 800,000 Scoville, he says. That must have been the Reaper Satan's. Yeah. So we're going to start with the biggest piece. Give you guys a nice close-up look at this. You can see he's got some pepper flakes on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that sauce that he's put out is almost giving it like a glaze. All right.
That's
Now,
scary.
Zach, if you didn't know, Zach is a bit of a chef. I've seen some of the stuff he makes and some of the stuff he smokes. But I think he was actually a chef or is a chef or was or I forget. My memory on stuff isn't real great. What's up, Melissa Spencer? How you doing, girl? Hey, neighbor girl. So you see, we got to do this here, and this is going to kill me, Zach. And then everybody's going to want some. So I hope you can make some more. Jerky, Zach, Texas Hotspot, thank you. Like I thought, very chewy. Which means that you get to keep all that heat in your mouth the entire time. I'm sure it wasn't, Zach. Hey, JCT. All right, so where's the burn at right now? Flavor is good. Flavor, it's not so much the pepper. It's got to be that that sauce that you marinated it in.
Ooh.
My mouth right now, I can tell it's going to go up from where it's at. It's at a good 3 right now.
That's its favorite.
Whew. Wow. Eyes are already starting to water. Raven. You be nice, Mike. So, Killdeer.
Hey, Killdeer.
Oh, wow. I'm still chewing.
Mm.
I'm glad there's no time limit on this. Zach's been doing a lot of jerky lately from the Twisted Jerky Company.
Don't chew on my cord.
This piece right here. I didn't realize the challenge on this was going to be the chewing part.
Yeah.
It's hot, Dr. Smith. It's really not getting hotter as I eat it, which is Cody Boar on the inside of my mouth. Which means that once I stop chewing, it's going to elevate probably a level or two higher.
I hear you, Saucy Shane.
What's up, Patreon?
How's your jaw feel?
My gosh.
You're getting a workout tonight.
Whew. The last piece is the worst one.
That's a 3 for him. I'd be crying by now.
Yeah. Me too. But I love jerky, so.
You can see the tears going down my face.
I made a gallon bag of jerky here a while back, and I got 2 whole pieces of it.
Wow.
You're sweating. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Whew.
I made a tear come out. My life is complete. Good job, Texas Hospital.
Wow. Holy mackerel. What's up, Dan? All right, let's bring the girls back full screen here. Whew. Wow. All right. I'm going to say my tongue right now is probably at a 4. So it's not quite Carolina, fresh Carolina Reaper hot, which for me is always right around a 5 or a 6. All that chewing and everything, though, made sure the entire surface of my tongue, side to side, stem to stern, is on fire right now.
Yeah.
So it's not just on fire in places on my tongue. The entire tongue right now is on fire. All right, good night, Travis.
Night, Trav.
Yeah, that was jerky, Dan. Yeah. Oh. We got someone just popped up in the basement. Why don't we introduce this fella?
This video, learn how to get rid of a sty fast and learn even overnight, as we go over the different types of styes that are out there and the different treatments that work. Let's take a look.
See what happens? That monstrous piece of shark. Oh! Fucking son of a bitch! Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Now that doesn't happen often, but when it does, it pisses you off.
What's up, Sky?
Hey. It's like, hi, ladies. Hi. It's a good day to be pissed off. Why not?
Wow.
Yeah.
Much love, neighbor girl. See you, honey.
You leaving,
Hi,
neighbor girl?
everybody over there. Hi.
Hello, meow. Is that arcade?
Meow.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know how he always comes in with meow, meow,
Meow.
right?
Yeah.
Is that you, arcade? Meow. Joe W. That makes me want to eat those dill pickle habanero chips. Oh, I bet you those good. The habanero is just a good flavor all the way around. It's a great one to have as your heat. It doesn't bring a lot of heat to the table, but it brings a nice flavor with the heat. So, what's up, Rebecca Felter?
That's why I like Habs, because they got good flavor.
Yeah, I feel like I got to go to the store and get me some Habs. Last couple times I went to Meijer, though, they didn't have any. And usually they'll have like the little plastic cases with, a dozen or so in there. They haven't had them the last few times. I feel like I need to have some peppers. So,
yeah, the only place here in the town I live in, it's Super One has them. Typically, sometimes they're all wiped out, but I haven't been in there lately, so don't know. Should check.
I bet you the Papa Joe's by me's got them. They usually have stuff like that. Last time I went in there, it's been over a year by my work. They had these habaneros that were the size of, gosh, what do you want to say? They were big.
They're big. They're big.
They were big.
About
the size of a baby fist. They were.
Didn't you show us those on a stream one that you had shopped and bought some monsters, or you showed them to us at the store?
I don't know if I.
Because I recall somebody was saying, "Oh my gosh, our store never gets them this big. Look at these big habaneros." And I had a buddy that he loved to make stuffed habaneros and jalapenos. And oh my God, those were to die for. You just didn't want to get in the wrong pan if you're a lightweight.
Right.
Habaneros would light you up pretty good. But
let me see if I can't get you the link here, Chad. Or if Ann can get him the link. I don't know. That was good. Yeah.
What did you do? What did I miss?
I got beef jerky from Zach from the Texas Hot Spot.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been in the mail for 2 months.
It finally showed up.
And it finally showed up. And it had some Satan's blood extract, something that he marinated in. So,
okay.
yeah. So, trying to find. I'm working on it there, Chad. I always forget the last name.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if I have them. I'm looking.
She said Cindy sent it. And
Oh. Okay, good. Oh, mackerel. But that was hot. That was hot. I don't think I'm done burning tonight. Give me a second.
Somebody needs to quit chiefing on the reefer. Hacking along, idiot.
Times have changed. I can remember the day when they always said, never use your own product. And never sit on the wrong side of the bar if you're a bartender. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Anybody want a pepper?
Just a pepper. Just a pepper.
Pepper or two?
you can have them.
Yeah. Yeah, have one for each of us.
I'm going to open this just in case. I mean, we dried them a long time ago. They're a little soft. There's Chad. What's up, Chad?
Hey, Chad.
Hi, Chad.
Welcome, buddy.
Quit whispering to us. We ain't your girlfriend.
Mic was off.
There you go.
Mic was turned off. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Do you hear that crunch?
Hey, out there, Mike.
So it's safe.
It's safe. Just because it crunches. I wouldn't put it in my mouth. It ain't that safe.
That's a 7-pot brown.
Ew. Ew.
Tongue's on it.
All right.
Oh my gosh, Mike's in a good mood. He's calling me Mister. Oh my God. That lit you right up, eh?
Well, it hasn't got up to the level of the jerky yet. It hurts. It's the fact that the jerky hadn't gone away 100% yet. I added that to it. I'm back up to about a 4. Oh yeah, it's all back on fire again. Yep.
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 What's up, Newfoundlander?
Hey, Ingalls family. Great to see you.
Always fun.
Trying a new bourbon tonight that I haven't tried yet.
Well, there you go. Ooh, what's that?
Oh, Eileen.
We'll put Eileen up 4 roses. I hear that's good.
Four
Small batch.
roses, small batch.
Yep, I hear it's pretty good. So I had to give it a whirl.
All right. Well, we are going to thank Eileen
Yeah, hurry up.
the best way we know how.
You got a tendency for taking all your clothes off. Oh man, hot damn, you got a body like.
Oh yeah, this one's
Oh yeah.
right now. I'm up hotter than I was with that Reaper. It's up. I mean, with that jerky, I'm up to about a 5 right now. I don't know what.
Oh yeah, I like seeing a nice work of art. You know, it is so much fun just
Again, thank
looking.
you again, Eileen.
Granny. Oh boy.
So are you drinking it, or are you saving it?
Oh, I just
We did. I got
it's
you.
empty.
It empty.
I'm waiting for. I actually won a bottle of Old Umble last night on his channel. He had a trivia night last night. He had 3 rounds. I won the first one, so I get to try it. I'm looking forward to that.
Cool.
Oh, his eyes are red.
No joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that last pepper on top of that jerky burn. And we know what we got to do. We just got to let it go. Got to let it go. Take its course.
What pepper did you eat before that, or did you eat afterwards?
I got this water sitting here, but I can't touch that. That'd be bad. Good heat. Ooh. Killdeer. Ooh.
Mike.
Mike. Yeah. There's the Mike I know. Oh.
Yeah, right? That's bad. That's hot.
Well, those 7-pot browns, they're pretty damn hot to start with.
Oh yeah, your browns. That's what they say. Like the chocolate Primotali.
Yeah.
That's why it's hotter than the Carolina Reaper. Usually, if you go to a chocolate pepper, chocolate has nothing to do with the taste. It has to do with the
Right. Color.
I heard somebody once said, "Oh yeah, you can taste the chocolate." And it's like, shut the fuck up. Taste the chocolate. What the heck?
Yeah. Reading the book for its cover, you know.
Right.
Wow.
Well, if you tasted chocolate, then you haven't eaten one yet.
What chocolate you tasted? You dip it in it or what?
Yeah, where the hell are you getting your chocolate?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely
gosh.
dog.
Hey, James.
Dipping in chocolates. I watched this prank this guy did on his woman, and he made it look like there were chocolate covered strawberries, right? Well, he put a Reaper inside.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
God. I was laughing. She's cursing. She's packing her stuff. She's
Oh, she's getting the hell out of Dodge.
yeah, it was the funniest thing. I was like, oh man, I'd be pissed too though.
She's like, I'm out of here. Forget that.
Killdeer, that's a 5 right now. It peaked right around 45 seconds or a minute ago.
Yeah. I sure the hell wouldn't want to be there. I'd be saying good night. Well, I'd be trying to say good night. But
The combination of that jerky and then that. Or maybe it was just the pepper. I don't know. But I'll be happy when I can drink something.
Hey, what's up, Jason the Reaper?
yeah, this one's gonna probably be a slower decline than most of the stuff you do.
Well, the oils of the jerky, I don't know. It was still hanging around. Well, eating this on top of that didn't allow that to salivate a lot.
Oh, calm down, Mike. She doesn't have Parkinson's.
We had an earthquake earlier. You missed it. You were gone, but yeah, we had a earthquake today. So
Oh, yeah,
Did you? Did you?
What was the magnitude of it?
5.3.
Oh,
But
jeez.
it lasted a while. It felt bigger than a 5.3, but yeah, we were all kind of surprised because it was like a rolling earthquake. It was weird.
Have y'all got any aftershocks since?
Yeah, two that I felt, but probably more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You guys getting earthquakes and Texas getting snowstorms and electricity shut off for weeks on end? It's like, what is the world coming to?
Mother Nature's pissed off.
You ought to be living in it in northern Wisconsin.
It's like Michigan. It gets real freaking cold. Every now and then we get an ice storm. We know how to handle that shit.
Yeah.
I hopefully Texas has figured out how to handle it.
You know,
That was a joke.
shit's happening all over the place, and right here, for a change, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening in northern Wisconsin. The weather's typical for this time of year.
You better be careful.
Yeah, I know. Don't
Yeah,
you?
right.
Yeah, you
Mother
got off
Nature
more
will
you can
hear
chew
you.
down
She's
there.
gonna say, "What? I missed somebody."
Bring it on. I got enough food in here to last a long time.
Right?
I even got enough liquor to last me out.
Look at
for a
Sam's
while.
all embarrassed.
Turkey.
Yeah,
You made her blush there.
aftershocks, tremors. He gets tremors. He doesn't have aftershocks. He just has continuous tremors.
Wow.
You messing with me?
All right, we're down to about a 3, maybe a 2.
Still being that high, that'd be like 10s to us.
Give it another 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll drink a little water here.
Bill's
Or we'll eat
tolerance
another pepper. I don't know.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah. When he's at a 5 or a 6, I say, no, I ain't doing it. I just ain't doing it.
I can send you some of these if you want, Sty.
No, you ain't doing it.
I just won't put it in an envelope like Zach. We won't put it in an envelope.
So how was it missing for you said it was in the mail for a month or 2?
Yeah.
So how did it get lost that long?
Well, here's the situation, and this is what I'm assuming based off of my experience. I tried to send some buttons, some 1 1/4 inch buttons, pins, through the mail. And the lady there told me, says, you have to have a consistent thickness all the way across the envelope or it won't run through the mail thing.
Right. And then they consider it a package.
And it can't be any thicker than that. You're right, to be shipped in a regular envelope or considered a package. And the thickness is about the thickness of a regular piece of cardboard. Not thick, not a thin piece, but a regular piece of cardboard. So I learned how to take my buttons, cut the cardboard the size of the envelope, cut out an area in the middle I could fit the buttons, and then I would put tape on the front and the back of the cardboard, and the button would be in the middle. And it would still be a little bit raised there, but not much. But it was just enough. At the post office, they've got a thing that if you go through the line and not just dump it into a mailbox, where they slide it through this thing, and if it slides through that thing, you're okay because it'll go through their mail sorter thing. If it doesn't, they want to charge you as a package. It stays in the envelope, but then it doesn't go through the regular mail. They charge you a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I got really good at doing that with the buttons. But the way this was, the jerky's thin. The jerky's thin enough. However, the whole thing was contoured, right?
Yeah.
So because it was contoured, it wasn't the same thickness. So I'm sure if they tried to run that through a regular system, they got kicked out or booted out into some kind of other bin or something. And then eventually they ship it out, or I don't know. But yeah, 2 months later.
That's crazy.
I'm going to assume is what happened to the first time he tried to send me jerky, because he tried to send me jerky one other time, and I never got it. Other people got it, but I never got it. This time I got this one. So, but again, I think that was the second time he tried to send something. So. What are you 15 in them out there, Killdeer?
That's back when we were talking about the heat levels.
Oh, yeah.
And we were saying we'd be 10s if you were 4 or 5. And then all of a sudden 15 popped up there.
It's funny, they got a new tube of terror.
with
Not peanuts.
corn nuts.
Corn nuts.
Yep.
Corn?
He can keep the
Corn
damn
nuts.
corn nuts, man.
Well, he said he did it to counteract the people who have a peanut allergy to be able to do the actual challenge.
That's cool though.
Yeah, to come up with a nut that
Mhm.
isn't a nut, it's corn.
He says it has to go back to the testing phase. I guess I didn't watch the full end of the video. He says, "Yeah, it's got to go back to the testing phase."
Yeah,
Well-
they have to make sure they handle it without they can't handle it where there are peanuts present, or been handled with the same machinery.
Yep.
And call it peanut free,
Yeah, it'd be tough for them to call something peanut free because
You
they
bet.
do a lot of peanuts out there at David Foy's place where they do the Death Nut Challenge. They've got lots of nuts that run through that place. So
Yep. Lots of nuts. Yeah.
what are you giggling
then-
at?
and then they
dirty
got-
old lady?
And then they got product too.
But don't touch.
I'd like to try. That's one thing I do like about Abba Blum is he actually lets me be his guinea pig for stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I don't do them live on here. I usually do it for him. I go one-on-one on Facebook Messenger or something as I'm eating something. And we're laying. He's got a couple guys that does that for him. But it's kind of neat to get something like that. Be one of the first ones. I can remember Satan's Pleasure back, 2 heat levels ago. That I was one of the first ones that actually bought it. Me and Craven Capsaicin and Nelson Cheney. Nelson got his. We got ours, I think, the same day. He did his that night when he got home, and I did mine the following day at work. Actually, did mine at work. So, took a half gallon of milk to work and chow down. Boy, but the stuff he's got now, though, man. Whew. All right.
Yeah, I was debating on doing a spicy challenge at 500 or just doing a 24-hour. I was like, if I do spicy, I may be out for the count. So I figure I'll do the endurance, do the endurance challenge, do the 24-hour.
Ooh, what's that?
That looks interesting.
Another one out of the same bag.
Oh yeah.
You just don't know when to slow down.
Glutton for punishment.
No shit.
You must be off tomorrow.
It looks wicked.
It looks really cool looking. The color. Oh, crunchy.
God. Well, it was oily looking too.
Is that just a mixed bag of peppers?
No, they're all chocolate browns.
Wow. That's a lot of peppers.
Heck yeah. Very interesting.
We'll see how that goes. It took that little one probably a good minute and a half, 2 minutes before it peaked out, before it got to where I was like, oh shit. Well, I didn't think it was going to be hot after I ate it right after that jerky. Then while I was playing that video, it's like, holy crap. Oh. So what were you up to today, Sty?
Private business.
You mean monkey business?
Well, not actually, but you're such a good friend that I put off a very important kind of visit today just so I could be here.
Well, I appreciate it. You appreciate it. Woo.
I got this really sweet 35-year-old podiatrist that she
really?
comes and visits me once a month and gives me the whole foot treatment, But I told her I got to be on the stream tonight, and if she's willing to do it while I'm sitting here on the stream, yeah.
So she's down at your feet right now?
No, she opted out. Damn it. So maybe, she said maybe around noon tomorrow. Otherwise, it'll have to be next week. Oh, shit.
Well, we got to thank Sky properly for the $5 super chat.
My podiatrist.
That's her. Hooked me up.
You showed up after all.
Damn, she did show up. Get back down there.
I'm single. How you doing?
You see some lady's head pop up in the camera and be like, "No, really, it's my podiatrist. It's not what you think." She's working on my feet.
That was kind of one of her concerns. She says, "Well, if I've got the foot tub and I'm sitting on a stool in front of you like that, I won't be in the screen, right?" And I said, "Well, it's a little kind of iffy at the top of your head,
Yeah,
maybe."
that looked a little weird.
She goes, "No, I don't know." She said, "As long as I'm not on camera, 100% not on camera." I said, "I can't guarantee it. I just can't guarantee it. No, I might tip that camera down." You know,
Well, that's when you just turn to the side.
Oops.
You turn to your side and kick your feet up and show.
off screen on the side.
Yeah.
No, that would be a little awkward because I gotta have my feet in that nice massaging hot tub. Oh, that feels so fucking good.
What a pig.
What?
Tell you what, for an outdoors person, man, your feet are that's your life.
This is called Reaper's Creepers. It is from Inferno Candy Company. And I don't know. I've never tried it. I think it's something new. We're going to
Is that or Jello or
something new? Never tried it. We're gonna put it in this shot glass, and it's a little squeeze job.
That's about half.
I don't think that's wise.
So
cheers.
So everybody understands this.
This is yes.
I'll take a shot with you. Hold on.
There you go. But it's Reaper. It's watermelon flavored. So.
Oh, sure it is.
Watermelon and Carolina Reaper infused.
And I'll be surprised if you even taste watermelon.
Candied gel. Down the hatch.
Candy gel, eh? Oh, you're gonna have to lick the inside of that shot glass to get it clean.
My stomach just went.
Oh man.
It's definitely watermelon flavor, Cindy says.
Yep. It's watermelon.
It's a spicy watermelon.
Uh-huh. What up, Blake Hurst?
Hey, Blake.
Hey, Blake.
Hey, Blake.
So I will say I have a newfound appreciation for you guys who like edit videos all the time, like a couple of times during the week, because that was a pain in the butt today. I took a 2-hour video and edited it down to 30 minutes. I mean, trying to find spots to take it down and clip it. Oh, that was a pain. I spent hours doing that.
Guani.
I definitely have a
Guani.
Hey, Guani. You found me.
Guani.
All right.
Yeah. I took a 4.5 hour raw video and whittled it down to 1 hour. And that was a pisser. Yeah.
Man, so yeah, I mean, because like because I was cooking something and I just had my GoPro rolling the entire time, and I didn't know my GoPro does videos in 12-minute increments. It does 12 minutes, 12 minutes, 12. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And I had to put them all together. It didn't do one consecutive. But yeah, that's time consuming.
I used my GoPro for the first time in 2 months.
Me too.
Haven't turned it on in 2 months. First time. And I used it to document that I had my windows open in my apartment because my landlord has it in the lease that if you have your windows open, they can evict you for it during the winter. During the winter. Because it could freeze your pipes, they say. Well, I got my heat shut off. I live on the 4th floor of an 8-story building. 84 freaking degrees when I got up this morning in this place.
Jeez.
I cranked them damn windows open, had them open all day, got up to 34 today. And now at least I can breathe. It's 76 in here.
It's still warm.
Yeah, I'd prefer it at about 68, 70. And I hollered at the landlord all winter this winter when it was 20 below outside. Heat was shut off. You can grab the radiators, they're cold, and it's 80 freaking degrees in here. 20 below outside.
Well, you're on
80
the 4th
degrees
floor,
in
right?
here. I'm on the 4th floor, and all that heat radiates up through this concrete building, and the concrete just holds that heat. And oh my God. Yeah. So I documented and explained why my windows are open on February 27th, and landlord be damned. This is for court record. If they try to evict me, I'm going to play it for you, Judge. I said, I'm doing this for you, Judge, so you understand why it's so bad. And I got the big thermometer on the wall, and I went right up there and filmed that bugger. It only took me 3 tries, though, to get it. I haven't used my GoPro for 2 months, so I'm out here kind of record the whole thing and look at it and go, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. I took a photo of one window and talked for 10 minutes to a camera that wasn't running. Tried it a second time, did the same damn thing. Third time, finally got it.
I got this little bitty thing, and it's a piece of crap. I wish I'd have had the original GoPro, but this little thing, don't invest your money in these. They're terrible. Because you can't pause video. They just run continuously.
I've got 2 GoPro 7s now. Running Water gave me his to use all I want. So, along with all the accessories, everything. So, I got 2 complete GoPro setups. We'll have fun at camp this summer. And the nice thing is they're identical. So if I lose one, I'm sorry, Running Water, I lost your camera. Ain't that terrible?
Well, you remember when I got that second GoPro?
Yeah.
We never did wind up returning it, so I paid for 2, and now I don't use either one of them. I got them out there in the drawer. I got to pull them both out. I got to charge them both, and I happen to be everywhere with my phone. You know.
Yeah,
but they do have better resolution. I will tell you, I recorded
4K on the GoPros.
I use that. It definitely has better resolution.
What you need, Phil, though, is you need a windshield suction cup mount your GoPro on it, facing out that windshield when you're having a little road rage, and just say, GoPro, start recording.
That's what people tell me to use my GoPro for. They're like, yes, it's an action camera. They get it. Like, you don't use it enough. Just stick it in your dash and just use it as a dash cam.
I got the windshield suction cup mount, and it's sweet. I love it because I can turn it. I can turn it to face me, and I can talk, then turn it back down the road. And I even last summer I tried, but it made me nervous because I didn't have a tether on it. But I stuck that suction cup on the front bumper or on the front fender on the driver's side, looking behind me. So as cars are coming around me and passing, tractor trailers coming by, yeah, it's pretty cool. You're filming from just like you're sitting on the hood. Yeah.
But I mean,
Well, I'll watch that movie Unhinged, y'all. There'll be no more road rage for me.
Oh,
I
did
mean,
you see what was it on Netflix?
That
I got it.
no on
Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Russell Crowe. And yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
when I used to work at an auto insurance company, they were like, "Hey, having a dash camera or behind camera is like the most important thing you could possibly buy for your car." And I'm surprised some of these newer cars don't have a built-in dash cam.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, Phil. They're at GM. I know our Ford dealership here. I ain't buying no damn new truck. Not after talking to them. I will be eating peanuts for the rest of my life if I buy a new truck. But now it seems like a lot of trucks are coming standard with the backup cameras on them, with the hitch cameras on them.
Oh, the hitch, yeah, where you can see that.
Yeah, and a lot of guys are using that. They're using that as that they. It's just a little wiring swap they do, and they can use that like a action cam and film what's behind them. And they're catching. Some of these guys are catching people right on their backup camera, rear-ending them. Yeah, you're kind of screwed when there's video of you being the one that's screwed up.
I mean, and that's exactly what I told people in the insurance world. I was like, if you have a camera either on your front or your back or both, I go, when you send your claim to me, I can justify what you're saying. And without cameras, you get two people lying to me, and I got to figure out
which one's the closest to the truth.
Like, which one sounds like they're legit.
Yeah,
that's the hardest job about that.
A friend of mine's was an adjuster. He's retired now, but some of the horror stories he'd tell me about the BS people would feed him about a car accident. I know he was doing 80 miles an hour.
I've been taken to court. I've been threatened to be sued. I've threatened to someone come to my house and kill me because I made the wrong decision. I was like, I quit. I'm done with this nonsense.
Yeah, my buddy said that as an adjuster. He said, what I really love is when I go look at the vehicle, the owner's right there, and the owner goes, "Can we just total it?"
Yeah.
He said, "I love it. I just love it," because he said, "Okay, if we go with it's totaled," he says, all we got to do is determine liability, and there's not a lot of argument trying to save $1 because the total value is just what it is. He says there's no negotiation on that. It's whatever the market value was, and he says those are so easy, but most people. He said, like here in Wisconsin, if they total your vehicle and it's still operational, all you got to do is you report it to the DMV, and your title becomes a salvage title. If you try to sell the vehicle to somebody else, but you can still drive it around. It's all caved in,
and also the insurance company will determine if they even want to cover it after that point, though. So then it becomes an insurance issue.
That's it. Is if you don't have a carrier that'll insure it, and nobody will give you anything but liability if they give you insurance at all. Because they're not going to insure something you got paid off for.
Yeah, I quit that job to go into IT. I was like, I won't be threatened to be screwed in IT.
Smart move.
I'll fix your computer and give you a handshake and all as well because you're back on the internet. So shut up.
Yeah. You don't have people threatening to come to your house. Your car's going to look like mine when I get done with it.
Yeah, they're mad when their internet goes down, but they're thankful when it comes back up.
Yeah,
that's it. I mean, if you can get somebody's internet back up and running, you become a god for a day. I tell you.
It's like my brother. I was over at my brother's house last week because my power wasn't on here, and like their TV, they couldn't figure out how to get their TV and their internet working. I was like, I'm certified now, so if I fix your stuff, there is, you got to buy me beer or give me money, something, because I can finally fix your stuff, and I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He goes, "Come on, man, family discount." I said, "Okay." It goes from a case to an 18-pack. All right.
That's like when I got my CPA 30 plus years ago. Yeah, all of a sudden, all these people I was doing taxes for free, they said, "What do you mean you want us to pay you now?" I said, "I got to pay off that education somehow. Damn it!"
Exactly.
You know,
It's not
you
cheap.
know, yeah, back when I was just a bookkeeping average accountant, yeah, freebies for friends. But tell you what,
I got a $9,000 tuition. Shoot.
yeah.
Afford it.
Your taxes were training. Now that I'm certified, it's not training
Yeah.
anymore. It's a job.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. It didn't work though. I guess I was still too cheap,
Hey, what's up, Bourbon Bounty?
What up,
So
Bourbon?
glad I don't do that anymore either. Hey, Bourbon Bonnie.
I was watching him for a few minutes before we went live. He was live with another gentleman.
Oh, was he?
Yep.
Hey, Bourbon Bounty.
Just before we went live here, I watched him for a little bit. I didn't comment, but
See, I'm like rolling with it, MVA. I go around, I watch people, I catch, and I make sure I hang out long enough that they're getting a decent amount of watch time. Give them the thumbs up, and I move along. But I'm a poor commenter, man. I just
like NBA because he starts to stream and then a couple shines into it. It just gets hilarious. I love it.
the NBA is good people, man.
Yeah, he is.
Well, you're drinking whiskey.
I think they're doing like a blind taste or like the top 3 or something. I saw it pop up.
They weren't doing anything blind when I was doing it.
Drink ourselves blind. That's a good stream.
Let me. We got someone down in the basement, and Sty.
Yes, sir.
You know what you should have done?
I would definitely bring protection.
That dude had protection. What's
Tell
up,
me
brother?
about it.
How you doing, man?
Yep,
Tell me about
as Thanos would have said, you should have gone for the head.
I should have brought protection because he's the result of me almost getting killed, for Christ's sake. Yeah. I tell you what, you don't want a father-in-law that's a color-wearing biker, and you got to inform him that his 16-year-old daughter's carrying running water.
Oh, God.
Thank God he liked me. God. My mother-in-law on the other side, Bob, kill him. Kill him, Bob. Kill him, Bob. Bob said, my father-in-law said, he says, there's an answer to the problem. He says, so I'm going to ask you only once. What are you going to do about it? I said, I'm going to marry your daughter and then we'll figure it out. He says, you did it. That's good. Yeah, there's a good answer right there. And my mother-in-law goes, he's not marrying her. And my ex-father-in-law goes, you screw up this chance to get that girl out of our house, I'll divorce you. And I like this guy. Yeah. Then I found out she's just like her mother. So Bob and I got along real good for years. It's just, he says, ha, 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 you married her mother. Oh, yeah, some bitch.
He's probably like, one of these two girls is leaving. Either she's leaving or you're leaving.
Right. That's exactly what he was making clear.
Either she's leaving or you are.
Well, eventually he did leave.
He did eventually leave. Because he couldn't get rid of her, so he got rid of himself. But that was a scary situation because my ex-wife and I, when we went to tell her parents that she was carrying that guy down there, I brought the cops with me. That's how scary it was. I actually had the cops at the door when I knocked on the door. I said, yeah, we got something to talk about. And my father-in-law, future father-in-law, is like, with the cops? And I said, well, they don't have anything to say. They're just here to witness what we have to talk about. Uh-oh. Actually, they were there because they had guns. They might save my ass.
Yeah, my father-in-law was like that. He was an old hillbilly from the hills, and he I was scared of, and my wife, they had a Doberman pincher, and they had this glass window in the front of the house, and he'd run up and down there, and his nose prints was all over that. And man, she was the biggest baby if she knew you, but if she didn't know you, between my father-in-law and that Doberman pincher, you didn't want to go over to that house.
That's it. Yeah, between the two of them, you're going to get your ass chewed up.
You were a grumpy old bastard. You're over here to take my daughter out. Yes, sir. You better have her home at a certain time. Yes, sir.
Yeah. The very first time I went to my ex-wife's house when we were dating, very first time I went to their actual house, I walk up on, they got a big wraparound porch. I walk up on a big deck around the house. I walk up on the deck to the door, knocked on the door, and all of a sudden I hear this really gruff sounding, grumpy old fart voice go, "And what the fuck do you want?" I turned and looked. Here's this old bastard sitting on that porch, and he's giving me the dirty look. Oh, man, was he, what the hell are you doing here? And I told him, I said, "You must be Elmer." And he goes, "How the hell would you know me?" I said, "Well, I'm dating your granddaughter." And he goes, "The hell you are." And I said, "Let's get one thing straight. She's your granddaughter. It's none of your fucking business."
Whoa.
And he goes, "I like you. Go ahead, knock again, because the old lady, she don't hear nothing." He said, and Elmer and I, right up to the day he died, we were buddies. Yeah, he told me, he said, "The way you basically told me to F off, mind my own business," he said, told me that you would be able to maybe survive your future mother-in-law. He says, "You got to be kind of tough if you come into this family." He said, "I always try to scare the boys away because I don't want to see them all chewed up by her, you know." And it was bad because I was going on 20 and my mother-in-law was 30. You know.
Damn.
She was turned 31 just before we got married. And she was a biker bitch at the time, so yeah. And she dressed the part all the time. Sure went to shit, didn't it, Running Water?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Cal, but we that was the summer before last, wasn't it, Running Water? We got to see what your grandma would have looked like riding on the back of a crotch rocket with some young guy, right? Remember? Your mother? "Oh, will you give me a ride?" And I'm like, "Oh, Jesus Christ." Oh. My youngest girl's boyfriend was there with a Ninja. And it was all tweaked out. He's giving rides to all the young girls, and there goes my ex-wife. "Oh, will you give me a ride?" And I'm like, "Oh, Jesus." Yeah. Watch, he'll come back, just him on the bike. She'll be sitting in some intersection somewhere. What?
Well, I just wanted to see a smile, that's all.
I know someone else said you got the serious face.
Yeah, I had somebody in the ear for a second, and
she's dealing with earthquakes.
Yeah, she's always got commotion going on around her. That's why she
comes over and always like
mute all the time.
It's like, yeah.
So whenever there's an earthquake, does it actually mess up because I'm obviously Texas is not earthquake prone. Does it mess up foundations like of houses if it's
big enough? Yeah. I mean, actually, it split our highway a couple years ago, the 7-pointer. It was pretty crazy. Like, yeah, the overpass slammed down and everything. It was nuts.
Oh. Well, it virtually wiped Anchorage off the map back in the 60s. I mean, back in the 60s, there wasn't no Anchorage left. They basically just finished tearing it all down, rebuilt it. Yeah.
This one
Yeah,
was small relatively compared to the others, but it was big. Still, you feel it, yeah.
Didn't they have an earthquake back in the 80s, like out in California, where bridges collapsed on top of other ones?
Where they pancaked. Yep.
And killed tons of
That
people.
was nasty. That was nasty, man. There were people trapped in between the two layers of bridges that burned up because their cars were catching fire, and
that was
they
back in
couldn't
the
get to
80s,
them. They
wasn't it?
couldn't get to them because the top deck was on top of the cars and the bottom deck, and there were quite a
Well,
few
it didn't
people.
happen at, wasn't that night in 94?
Was it in the 90s? I was trying to think of, was it when I was
We
in
had
high
the
school?
World Series
like,
going on out there at the same time.
Yeah.
Down in California.
Yeah.
So it was in the 90s, okay.
But everybody's like, oh my God, all those thousands of people in the stadium and that earthquake hit. And, hey, I'd rather be at that stadium because anybody near me, I'd say, head for the field.
Yep.
Man, everybody just get out in the middle of that damn field and hope a big crack don't come down the center of it.
Right.
That's the safest place anywhere in the whole frickin' city. It's out in the middle of that ball field.
Well, and what?
Get out there and sit down and take a ride.
What do they expect? They build on God's Etch-a-Sketch, and it's all sand that they're building on top of.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, nowadays they're building on top of the debris from all the earlier earthquakes. They take all that debris and make the land a little bigger, and we'll build on it. I can't believe they got any buildings in that frickin' city that are over 4 stories tall.
No,
I mean, they got skyscrapers, for God's sakes. Are you nuts? I ain't going to that town.
Well, they're built a certain way for earthquakes where those things are actually allowed to sway. They're not built the same. Yeah, they're not built the same as they are in states that don't have earthquakes.
Sure. But have you watched a drunk sway? You go, oh my God, look at him, look at him, look at him. And everybody starts making bets. I bet you sooner or later he's going to fall over. And sure as shit, he does. He might sway for 2 hours like that. But sooner or later, whoop, boom. And that's the way I see that city. Yeah, they put all the... Can you see them buildings up there whipping back? I'd rather have it fall down, get over with quick. No, you're sitting in your office up on the 60th floor, getting beat against that wall, and then that wall, and that wall, and then against that wall, because that building's whipping you back and forth inside, just shaking that shit up, everybody in there.
Oh, that would be scary as hell.
I got ran over by a desk.
That'd be so scary.
Why do people do that? I mean, that's just like these people that build a $500,000 home, and they're not in the floodplain. They're next to the frickin' river. They build it on the river. And then they go, oh, it hasn't flooded here in 50 years. But it did flood there once and wiped everything out. And you built there anyway? Don't do that. It's dumb.
Yeah, well, that's like Shakopee, Minnesota. That whole area there, they keep building up these big condos there, and you go down the highways, you've got these ruler sticks along the side of the bridges with marks of where the floodwater was. It's like, well, that's taller than the houses.
Right. Right. Big housing developments, and the water scales for the river there reach halfway up the second floor of the whole housing development. It's like, all right, they put those sticks there for a reason, because it happens.
Well,
so why did you people build all these expensive homes?
I mean, it's like in Florida, they keep building houses on the...
Oh, that swing building. Yeah.
That's insane.
Hey, that's...
Imagine being up on the top floor of that, and you're moving. Like, I've not had a drink all day. Why am I moving?
Right.
That's like the World Trade Centers. On an average day, they swayed plus and minus 6 feet. So they're actually moving 12 feet.
Look at that thing.
That is a big building.
Yep.
Where's
Can
that?
you imagine being up on the top floor and that thing starts rocking like that?
No.
That
If
would
you're on
be
the top floor, it starts rocking like that. You're happy it's rocking and not falling to the ground because then you're just done. Look at the one next to it; it's doing the same thing.
but
Where is that? Is that California?
how
No,
many
this is
people
China or
feel
something.
but how many people feel secure because it's rocking? If they told me, oh, it's designed, to rock when shit happens, I don't care what they say. It starts rocking like that, I'm going to go, something's going to break. Something's going to crack. This thing's coming down. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Shoot.
That stuff's crazy, man.
Man, if I'm in one of those buildings up at the top and things start swaying, get me out.
yeah, no kidding, Bourbon. Get in the elevator with that sucker swaying. What a ride, man. They need this at Disneyland or Disney World.
Yeah. I'm taking the stairs, forget the elevator.
See, areas like
I
that,
can go get
I'd
some more
like to
water.
be
I'll
up
be right
in the
back.
high country somewhere and really build an extreme bunker kind of place and just have a nice deck where I can sit and I feel a little tremor, get out on that deck and look out over that city and watch that shit happen because I don't want to be anywhere near it.
I've been through a tornado and a hurricane. I have not been through an earthquake. That's why I'm curious to see how it feels and kind of what people think about it because it's one of those curiosity things.
I've felt in Ontario, California, right out of LA, I felt probably 4 or 5, but none of them big, just enough where in the truck's kind of hopping and swaying, and you look across the parking lot and all the trucks are, but none big enough, and I was never near anything tall, so I felt okay.
A couple of years ago, we had a friend come up here, and right before he got up here, he's like, "Watch, I come up there and you'll have an earthquake or something." I've never felt one, and he jinxed us because he freaking came up here, and we had that big 7-pointer, freaking man. He'd never felt one before, and they were out hunting actually when it happened. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah.
It's like, you go back home now?
Yeah.
Now your life is complete.
Yeah, you felt your earthquake. Now feel your ass getting in a plane seat and getting out of here.
Oh God.
Thank you very much. We'll send you a bill for the experience. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. That's it. I got such a kick out of it down in Oklahoma, down there. It was with friends of a family member, and all of a sudden we're watching television, and it's nasty. It had been nasty during the day, thunderstorms and stuff, and then it just got calm and humid, and that you can't breathe kind of weather, and no breeze at all. And then all of a sudden, all over the TV, there's that tornado coming. And I go, where are we on that map they're showing? They go, see where that tornado's going? See that one dot right there? You can't even read the name of the town. That's us. I go, well, it's coming at us. And they said, yeah, you want to go out and watch it? I go, what the fuck are you talking about? They said, we'll go out and watch it. I said, you're supposed to get underground. Well, if it comes in the yard, we'll get the hell out of the way. But in the meantime, we're going to go out and watch it. The people in Oklahoma, that tornadoes don't scare them down there unless they're right down the block. Oh, shit, it's right at the end of the block. We better get in the basement. Otherwise, they're all outside watching. Look, that's a better one than we had last month. I mean,
I was 12 years old the first time I experienced it, and I was actually in school when it happened. I was in elementary school, and they teach you these tornado drills in Texas, like all the way. Yeah. They do like 2 drills every year. And they're like, I would never use this, and all of a sudden, we have to use it, and all of a sudden a tornado rips half our school apart. Like, whoa!
Yeah. Yeah, I went through one when I was about 6 years old. Let's see, 6, 4, 7. I was 7 years old, and fortunately, it didn't. Our house didn't take a direct hit, but boy, that was a bugger having that thing just go right through the neighborhood. Ooh,
Yeah.
Tore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tore up 5 communities in a row. Boom, 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 boom.
It's crazy because some of them will just take out like just a whole community.
Little-
Some will, like,
it's like
jump
it's
up and down.
targeting.
See, like
Yeah.
one house perfect, one house destroyed. One house perfect, one house destroyed.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, and this one was hopping because it was a lot of lakes.
Mm-hmm.
And one time it hopped into the middle of the bay in the town we lived in, and it turned into a water spout, and it sucked my dad's squad car backwards down the boat ramp, and he managed to drive back up off the boat ramp. He said if I would have got another 6 or 8 feet, then the car would have been in the muck and I would have been stuck there. But it sucked the whole, damn near the whole bay up, and then it dropped it all back in. And he said when he got off the boat landing, the water was up to his, past the back doors on his car. It was, yeah, it was pretty nuts. What?
Who's
Hey,
that strange creature down there trying to?
hey,
act like-
Phil. Phil,
Oh, he's
what,
a troll.
what,
Get rid of him.
what, Phil, why'd you put that character up here? Should have left him in the basement. Oh, he's showing off his plants.
Pepper plants.
Yeah, some of them are real little still.
We'll see you, Kathy.
Night, Kathy.
Yeah, some of them get the milder ones are getting better. Some of these are purple jalapenos. Those are the biggest ones. But
Looking good.
yeah,
Very nice.
Looking good.
Gawani, you said you're not scared of hurricanes. Are you on the East Coast or West Coast, or where are you at? They're scary. I mean, hearing a freaking freight train for hours on end with water rushing in, that's no fun either.
That the storm surge is what
Mhm.
freaks me out with the hurricanes.
When I lived in Florida, I actually was renting
Hi,
a beach
Kathy.
house, and the water was like rushing in. I ended up having to leave because the storm surge was so bad. The West, okay, I was on the West Coast. I lived in Bradenton.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Have we broke tied in before?
You have now. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Wait a second. Hold on. Turn your head a little to the right there, Todd. No. Oh, everybody's such a good sport with that.
Such a good sport.
That's a good sport.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, I definitely miss being in Florida. That was like the best 4 years of my life. But I'm from Texas, so nothing like Texas.
Yeah, Texas is almost like its own country anymore. There's a lot of things they do outside of, they kind of got their own rules there, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea we had our own freaking power grid until last week. I was like, oh, really? I never knew that. I said, why don't you start sharing and share the love with everybody?
Yeah, and they're doing all the different, it's the solar and the wind and everything else. So
Yeah.
yeah, we got one of the largest solar fields in the state of Michigan, in Lapeer, where I live in Michigan. So we don't ever think about it until you drive down 69 and you drive right by it. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot that's there. Because usually where we hop on 69 is on the other side of it. So when you're going out towards like Flint or something, you don't see it because where you're hopping on. And then right by the kids' high school, they got a great big solar farm too. So
I was trying to figure out. So obviously last week, because we rely on like the wind turbines and all that good stuff, and we have enough in West Texas, West Texas to run a lot of energy, but yet they froze supposedly. But then you see pictures of Alaska, and not Alaska, Antarctica, and they're continuously running. I was like, hold on, what did we do wrong?
It's because in Texas, and they came out with that they never winterize those mills because this doesn't happen in Texas, that kind of weather for prolonged periods. So they felt there would never be a need to have, they say $2,000 per mill to not make them winter safe. For that $2,000, there wouldn't have been that crisis. So guess what? They're going to be winterizing all the mills down there in Texas. The governor said, "I don't really have much of a choice."
Well, all the ERCOT reps lived in like Wisconsin, Michigan. They didn't even live in Texas, so they have no clue. And all of a sudden, because of all this, they all resigned. And now they've stopped all of our electricity bills. They can't shut us off. They can't make us pay our bills. They're trying to figure out if the state's going to pick up all of our bills. So my bill for that particular, for that portion was $1,100.
Oh, I saw
what?
$1,100 for my electric bill, and they tell me, hey, just hold on to it. The state's going to pick it up.
I just saw a video a couple days ago. Somebody received their power bill, and it was $17,000.
Yes. Yep. They had Giddy though. They had Giddy. Giddy, and warned people to get out of their.
And that's one of those deals where it's like owning a timeshare. If the furnace goes out, guess what? Everybody that's an owner of that timeshare has to ante up whatever the cost. And that's the way that power company is designed. Is if everything's going well, you pay lower power rates than anybody else in the state of Texas. But if something big goes to shit, guess what? You have to pay for it as a customer.
Yeah. And
that's how they justified a $17,000 bill to this individual.
It's that variable rate stuff.
It's that variable rate.
Paying that market price, wherever the market is, you're paying it. And it's like, whoa. That's kind of what happened to me. But I mean, with all these electric companies, I mean, they're all, since the market went way up, they're having to pay way up, so they're going to charge their customers way up.
Right.
I was like, 1,100. I said, I was without power for a week. What you talking about?
Yeah, no shit, huh?
That's like up here in the North Country with propane. We usually, Cenex is one of our largest propane providers up here. And then we got Polar Gas. We got like 4 propane providers up here. And only 2 of them offer locked in rates. And in order to get the locked in rates, however, you have to buy a year's worth of energy from them.
Yep.
So you buy a year's worth of propane, but that price is locked at that price. You don't have it all at your house, but they'll deliver all winter long at that price. It's guaranteed. Oh man, that came in handy one winter. All we had was propane, and I had a 1,000-gallon tank, and we would usually burn about 1,500 gallons, and I had the price locked in, and the frickin' price doubled.
Whoa.
And everybody around me was paying twice as much as I was. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm sailing. Yeah.
Well, what's funny is because like this, obviously I didn't winterize stuff. So obviously the power got shut down, yada, yada, yada. But whenever it's over 105 degrees here, we've been shut down. Like they'll shut our electricity down until it cools down. Like, my gosh, Texas, figure out what.
That's my cousin. For years he's had a home outside of San Antonio, and he used to laugh at me. I tell him what we pay a year for heat up here. I tell him it kills you up here, and he laughed and he said he emailed me his electric bills through the peak season down there, summer, and I go, oh shit, I'll stay up here and buy heat. He says, yeah. He says when your central air is running 24/7 for months, he says you'd be surprised what it costs you to run that. He said, you guys got to pay for heat, we got to pay for cooling. And It's true. It's all relative. You can't say, oh, those lucky Texans, they don't have to worry about paying for heat for 6 months. No, but you don't have to air condition your damn place for 6 months either.
Yeah.
So
we pay for heat for 1 week. There's like 1 week of winter in Texas.
And that's why most Texan homes I've been in, they got those little, what the hell are they called? Those little Mexican
coolers?
No, the little Mexican fireplaces are made out of
like a little chimenea type.
Yeah, chimeneas. You see a lot of homes have one of those in them, and that's what they heat with. They don't have a furnace, and they say, yeah, you just kind of bear it for a week or so, and you through it. It's oh wow, yeah. It's kind of like our air conditioning.
Record in Texas. It was 1980. It was the year that I was born, Bourbon. My mom said the year I was born was hell. I was like, well, I appreciate that, Mom. She goes, no, the weather was
Yeah. Look at what you brought into the world, right?
Right. But what happened last week? And I mean, obviously you can't teach stupid, which I get it. But a lot of people were bringing gas powered generators in their home because there was no electricity. People were
in their home,
burning fires inside their house and catching their houses on fire. I mean,
they didn't know that
the thought didn't go through. It's more like, how do I stay warm? And you did anything impossible to figure out how to stay warm. Because like my apartment, it was 20 degrees in my apartment without power. Like my dog and I went to, like a shelter to get heat just because it was so dadgum cold.
Yeah, I saw one where someone had they started a fire in their oven, not understanding that a wood stove or fireplace would have a flue, and
right, yeah, it doesn't vent out. It doesn't vent out of your oven.
Well, what was
vents out into your house?
What was it? People was it Portland or one of those states where suddenly you could, it was no longer full service at gasoline stations. It was self-serve, and people were doing some stupid shit, as I recall. I forget what it was. I mean, it was so absurd I can't even remember what it was. It's just like, do you ever watch anybody put gas in your car?
That's like back Y2K, the couple days before 2000, before January 1st. It was nuts up here. All the gas stations, gas was $6 a gallon, and most gas stations were out, and people were lined up for miles to get gas. I sat in a parking lot and watched these morons getting gas. There were people out there with milk jugs, filling up 1 gallon milk jugs that got the pop cap lids on them. And they're filling up 15, 20 of those and sliding them in the trunk of their cars. And I'm just sitting there watching it, thinking, wait till somebody lights a cigarette in that lineup.
Rear end your ass.
I couldn't believe some of the containers they were filling with gasoline. And
in the trunk, those are going to get hot too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a guy I was working for at the time, for Y2K, was doing construction, convinced him to take and sell the generators that we were using, because we had 4 generators, but they were like 5-10 years old, just old beat up loud things. Told him sell those, and then come March we can replace them for construction season and get nice brand new ones for cheaper than what you sell these ones for.
Right.
And sure enough, yeah, we got nice brand new shiny generators that spring. Yeah.
Yeah. That was
just crazy.
I mean, some people actually started their cars in their garage and opened their entrance to their house from their garage just to let the heat go. And I was like, carbon monoxide, come on, people. I mean, but Texans were desperate. We have never experienced any, we don't experience negative temperatures here ever. So it was like desperate times, desperate measures. But you got to think, carbon monoxide, gas, just don't do anything with it. And a lot of people are like, screw it. We'll put a gas power generator in our house. And unfortunately, there were some casualties because of it, but desperate times, man.
And meanwhile, up north with those temperatures, we're outside in t-shirts grilling.
Well, yeah. In Wisconsin, if it's not sub-zero, it's barbecue weather.
Yeah. I mean, it was -8 here, and of course, I've lived in Florida and Texas where it's been hot, and like I froze like an ice cube. I was like, "This."
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and that's it. Is wherever you live, you acclimate yourself. Your body acclimates to that climate, and then when there's a extreme change, that's the problem here. Is we'll get bitter cold winters, and we'll get hot, high humidity summers. The humidity is what kills us up here. It's not the heat as much. People say, oh, well, what's 85, 90 degrees? So what? Well, yeah, add in 80% humidity.
Right.
I've seen it's humid enough where you walk outside and it's just a haze. It looks like a fog everywhere. You walk outside and you're soaking wet within 2-3 minutes because the water is just pure moisture. It's just pure. It's just hasn't turned to rain yet.
Aussie.
Aussie.
What up, Aussie?
Hey, Aussie.
Aussie Outlaw. Hey. Good day.
Yeah, Michigan's just like Wisconsin as far as that humidity. That's what sucks. We don't, 85, 90, 95 is just,
I like where I'm located because being right off of Lake Superior, we get that lake wind comes off of the lake, and it knocks that humidity way down. So you get 20 miles inland from Lake Superior, and oh my God, you can't even fucking breathe.
So for y'all up north, do y'all like when it's hot? Does it just melt y'all, or are y'all used to the cold, or y'all used to both temps? Like how does that affect y'all with the heat?
For me, it's both, and I don't like.
If you ever come to Texas or Florida to visit, I mean, are you like, I'm staying indoors? Forget this.
Oh no, I go down to Texas or New Mexico. I actually love the heat down there. It's a dry heat.
Right,
I mean, I've been out at White Sands and had some goofball almost kill me by throwing a cooler full of ice water. It used to be full of beers, but now it's just ice and water. Dumped it over the top of me. I damn near went into shock, and I couldn't believe it. Within 20 minutes, I was bone dry. Bone dry. And I rarely ever sweated when I was down there. We're out there desert hiking, mountain hiking in southwestern New Mexico, and the heat, as long as you had a good brimmed hat on, it was bearable. It was, I mean, I actually enjoyed that dry heat. The humidity, that's one thing with Florida.
Humidity will destroy you.
One thing about Florida, I loved Florida. I used to go down to Fort Myers all the time, and St. Petersburg a lot. But Fort Myers, it's got to be where it's sitting or something. But that's stinking town. You get out of the house, you walk outside. Don't walk through the grass. You got sidewalks for a good reason. You walk through the grass, and all you get is a black cloud of no-see-ums that are going to bite the living hell out of you. And the air is so heavy and so humid, you're just begging somebody to take you out on their boat so you can get offshore. You get offshore and it's fine. But boy, right in Fort Myers, we'll go out to the golf course and there's people passing out from heat stroke. And not me. I'm running around swatting the shit out of my legs, and goddamn no see-ums are trying to eat me alive. And so, and that's the way it is everywhere in the country, I think, is everything's got its charm, but there's something that's going to try to bite you, There's something there.
Those no-see-ums and mosquitoes, man.
What the hell is a no-see-um?
It's a little black. It's almost like a sand flea, but they fly.
And they attach like butt to butt, and they fly around. It's a weird little creature.
And they're tiny. They look like a speck of dirt on you.
Yeah.
But it feels like you're getting bee stung, for God's sakes.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they bite worse than a mosquito. It's a different type of bite.
Wow.
You know, it's a sting. More of a
they're
sting
definitely not
than a
pleasant.
bite.
That's for sure.
And I hated it, though. First time I experienced them, I'm going, what in the hell's biting me all over? And my buddy says, see those black specks on your legs? And I go, yeah, dirt, whatever. He goes, no, those are no-see-ums. Just wipe them off. I wiped it off. I'm going, holy shit, they're little freaking bugs. And they're biting the shit out of me.
Yeah, because you can see mosquitoes. You can't see no-see-ums. No-see-ums are like tiny little things.
Yeah.
One of those was sand fleas they talk about in Paris Island at Marine Corps training facility. They always talk about sand fleas there.
Or ladybugs, yes, back to back, yes. Sorry, go on. Yes.
Chiggers, no see them because you can't see them at all, but damn sure feel them later. No see them. No see them.
Yeah, they didn't name them no-feelums for a good reason.
No-feelums.
yeah, they're not called no-feelums. They're called no-see-ums. Yeah.
You can't see them.
That's it. You know you got them if you feel them. Yeah, chiggers. Yeah, nasty little bastards.
That's the thing. You know, Marines that went to. There's basically two Marine bases that train Marines. One's Paris Island, South Carolina, and one's San Diego, California. And they always talk about, you know, the Hollywood. You guys didn't have to deal with the sand fleas. It's like, no, we had Mount Motherfucker, a great big mountain. It basically got a path that going up there. That thing was hard as hell. But yeah, they had sand fleas out there. Both of them were tough. So,
well, Ozzy, it's your summertime up there right now, right?
Where?
Aussie summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now he's got on there 27 equals 80. So
yeah, so 80 degrees. Yeah.
I can remember when New Zealand. What was her name? She used to come on the panel.
Oh,
no, the girl she used to say deck, but
yeah. I just got done painting the dick on my house.
What?
Oh, Evie, yeah.
But Evie Bubbles. There you go.
Yeah, Evie.
Yeah, and when it was nighttime here, it was like, you know, early afternoon, like almost like noon there, and yeah, when it was summer there, it was winter here. So.
She wants to see Sty dance again. She wants to see Sty out on the beach.
Gawani, I would rather live in high humidity, high temps, than be freaking cold. Because when you're cold, you can't put on enough clothes. When you're hot, you can strip them all down.
Oh, but you can only strip so far.
Says who?
If you're, well, no. I mean, once you get down to skin, you got, hey, what the hell?
You said you wanted to see Sty.
Come on already.
You said you wanted to see Sty.
You got a tendency for taking all your clothes off. Oh man, hot damn, you got a body like. Oh man, hot damn, I'm falling hard like. I like it. Oh man, hot damn, you got a body like. I like it.
Thank you again, Eileen.
I'm surprised you haven't dubbed your face on them yet there, Phil.
I know better.
Hey.
People be asking for their money back.
Roman. Yeah,
What's
you got to
up,
pay
Roman?
us.
Hey, Roman.
People start sending the channel bills for damages.
Right?
Gawani, just admire the snow from a distance. I mean, it's pretty once you're in it for the first time, but after that, it just gets annoying because you can't drive in it. It's just miserable.
You can drive in it.
Yeah, you have freaking chains on your tires.
No, tires.
I only had to chain up 4 times this week.
That's yeah.
This week.
And that was just to get across Montana.
But yeah, if you got bald tires on your vehicle and you're used to, yeah.
I mean, I can drive, like the fact that people like to when it snows here, people like to drive like normal because you saw that 135 car pileup. That was because of that was more of black ice, but still, people drive like normal, and when they hit the brake, they just go. Yeah.
Well,
Like,
that's
you can't
it.
drive like
Is
normal.
is a lot of people say, "Oh, that I couldn't live up north. You just can't drive in that shit. You can't go anywhere all winter and this and that." Well, if you live here, you learn like everybody else how to get around. My daughter came to visit me when I had the wilderness camp, and a mile and a half off the nearest paved road. And she sent me an email, said, "I'll be out at the main road at such a time. Can you meet us out there?" I said, "Yeah," because we had just had a big snowstorm. I managed to get through that with my truck, 4-wheel drive truck. Got out to the highway, and she's in this Chevy Lumina. And I told her, I said, "You can't park that thing out here on the highway. The plows aren't done going through. They'll push that. They'll just knock your car off in the ditch." I said, "Geez, I got one shovel with me. You can have your kids shovel out a spot and you park it on the road going into camp." She goes, "No, if you turn around and head for camp, I'll just stay right on your track and I'll go right into camp behind you." I said, "Maybe." I said, "I got a tow strap. We can drag you if we have to." We drove that mile and a half. She drove that Chevy Lumina with 6 kids in the car with her. And when we got into camp, she's staying right in my tracks, and she stopped because she couldn't figure out, where do I go from here? We're at camp, and I can't park. There's no plowed area. She stopped. I got out of the truck, and I can see 2 of the car doors. They're only about a quarter open. They couldn't get the car doors open because the snow was too deep.
Oh, no.
But they managed to drive through it. She had decent tires, that were appropriate for our conditions. And she just drove out there.
And it's front-wheel drive,
And it's front-wheel drive. It's pulling itself instead of pushing itself.
Yeah.
And she said, "Getting out of here is the hard part." I said, "Nah, back and forth. And you turn it around, get right back in the same track. That's all." She did that. Yeah, I said, "I'm following you out just in case you get off track." And following her out, I was amazed. You could see where her car was cutting off the top of the snow on the way out. And it hadn't snowed anymore. It's just that there was that much snow coming up behind her as she came in that first time. But here, they closed the road here, and half these morons, I know because I've been there with them, sneak around the gate and just go through. What the hell? Close the damn road. They closed the road for people that don't know how to drive in that weather,
What's up, Roman?
And Gawani, snowbirds, I loved them. I was engaged to one. I was in Florida. I'm going back to Texas, and she said, "Nope."
Somebody's drinking some fine beer.
Which one, Roman or me? That's what you need to find, is a Lone Star can spinning that.
There you go. They don't make everything spicy beer.
I actually saw a spicy pickle beer, but I've tried the pickle beer, and it's absolutely disgusting. I can only imagine if they put a spice into it. So I was like, I don't even want to venture off into that neighborhood.
You're supposed to add a little bit of that clamato to that pickle beer.
Yeah.
Oh, the Martin brother or the Martin house. That's what I did do.
I ain't drinking this tonight, but I don't know if anybody knows anything about this.
Furious IPA.
It just looked good, cool in a red can with flames. I didn't even read anything about it. I happened to be in the store. They had like a 12 pack of it. I was like, well, I don't buy no 12 pack. Find out I buy something I don't like the way it tastes. And then they had singles over at this other part of the that area. So I was like, oh, I'll grab a single of it. So India Pale Ale, iconic, hoppy, and aggressive, 6.7%.
Not too shabby.
What do you think of it?
So y'all have Specs?
I haven't tried it yet.
It's like a liquor store called Specs.
What is it?
Y'all have a liquor store called Specs up north?
Oh, no.
No.
Most of our liquor stores are like independently owned little places. They're not part,
Yeah.
usually not part of a chain.
Okay.
We've got one that's an hour's drive from me that's called President's Liquor. And I love that place, but I can't go there, man. They've got shopping carts that are as big as Walmart carts. Big wide aisles. And
Hey, don't judge. I was using a shopping cart.
They got everything in there. And if you go in there and you got the shopping cart and you're starting to get it full, they'll come and ask you, do you want us to get a table dolly for you? You know, we can get one of the big dollies, you know, cart for you. It's just like Sam's Club, but for booze.
Yeah. That's kind of how Specs is. Specs has every type of wine, every type of beer. They even have a food section. They have a cheese section. They have like beer gift sections. I mean, you can't find it at Specs, then it's not it doesn't exist. I mean, that's why Old Humble actually goes, like, he distributes to Specs, because it's a very, very, you know, it's like a Sam's Club for alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get it to one company where you can get it out the most, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, see, most of us, like in Michigan, we've got different places that are just distributors. They take their stuff, you know, like we got Powers Distributing here in Michigan. That's you know, everything goes into them, and then they distribute it out from there. So
yeah, to all the small operations, that's the way it works up here too. We've got Star Liquor here in town, and for as small of a liquor store as it is square footage wise, they're packed full of booze, boy.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Yes, Bourbon Bounty, Total Wine.
Have a good night, Sterling.
But I will say, Bourbon, that the people at Total Wine are more they know more about liquor and booze, and they can educate you. Whereas Specs, they just say, hey, if you want a specific bourbon, here's the aisle. So Total Wine, they're actually experienced and they're educated.
Yeah. I remember the first time going to Costco and actually going down the beer and wine aisle. It's like, wow. But they don't have much, you know, they don't have many variables, you know. So you're not going to find anything unique or different in there. So
that's like we've got this place in town that it's where I buy all my smokes that but that liquor store, you ask them, they usually got it. But everything's so limited. The stock is so, because it's a smaller liquor store, so there's not a lot on the shelves. You need single rows of a lot of items so they can get a large enough variety in there. And if it's out on the shelf, if it's not on the shelf, they tell you it's out, because they stay right on it, man. They keep those shelves fronted all the time. Keep them packed full. Yeah. And they do good. They do really good.
yeah, around here, these places we got one place that has probably a pretty good selection of a wine party and wine store, but not like when you get down by my work. When you get down by my work, you know, it's a higher class clientele. You get down there in Rochester Hills, Michigan, out there in Oakland County, and then those beer and wine stores there have a you know, they have a better variety, and then of course they have a lot of the high end where you can pay, you know, $100, $200, $300 for a bourbon or something like that.
Right. Yeah, that's what we had down at the Twin Cities around Minneapolis, St. Paul. There's a lot of stores down there, and they have a true wine cellars. I mean. But you walk in that place, and you better have a couple $100 in your bottle in your pocket if you want to walk out with a bottle or two. You know, it's not that, you know, you're not going to buy any Ripple in that place. Yeah, this ain't the place. This ain't the place.
It's funny because the corner party store up from us, they have when we had a different owner in there, he had a shopping cart in there full of $10 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
There were people that came in there and got there. Matter of fact, one morning I was going to work at 7:30 in the morning, and I got behind this lady driving from my house, and she is all over the road. And I used to stop at the same party store every morning and get my Diet Mountain Dew there. That's what I drank on the way, big 32-ounce thing of Diet Mountain Dew. And I got in there, and she was still out in the car when I got in there. And I walked inside. I was like, dude, I said, this lady's come in here. She's on the road. She says, oh, that's such and such. Says, she's in here 3 times a day. Says, she's just in here for her morning wine. I'm like, oh, my God.
Jesus.
So,
God, I can remember when I was, just before I went into high school, our local liquor stores, it had an aisle probably about, I'd say it was a good 30 feet long. 3 shelves packed full of Boone's Farm. The whole 30 feet. $1.25 for 4/5, or you could get a gallon jug for $2.50. And at Boone's Farm, there wasn't a single adult in town buying that shit. All the teenagers were just piling in there and buying 10 gallons at a time.
what do we got there?
Sit your ass down.
Sit your
I thought this was pretty cool. It's got a guy with a mask on.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty cool can art.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing I'm looking forward to getting home is I got a couple bottles of Huckleberry moonshine.
Yeah.
Montana.
One's coming my way.
I've been.
I'm going to review it.
I've been trying to get NBA to send. He's like, nope, I don't know you. I was like, shit. I'll look at some homebrewed moonshine or some homemade moonshine.
I couldn't believe it the other day. Running Water messages me and says, well, I'm here in Montana and there's a shop, they got everything Huckleberry out here. You just can't get true Huckleberry stuff anywhere else in the damn country. But he says, would you like some Huckleberry syrup, some Huckleberry jelly, some Huckleberry pancake mix? And I'm still wondering why he even asked. He doesn't need to ask. Just frickin' get it. And then he says, yep, I stopped. I got you all that stuff. And guess what? He says, I got some Huckleberry moonshine too. And I said, oh, shit. Yeah, there we go. Huckleberries.
Like all I can get is the commercial moonshine. And I don't want commercial. I want some home distilled, either Lightning or whatever. I mean, because the commercial, it's all commercial.
There it is.
Huckleberry Shine. Is that commercial shine or is that like?
Well, it's a small distillery, I think.
Yeah, it's Stibble Liquors out of Parma, Idaho.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should be good. Got pancake mix and all kinds of fun stuff for you.
Yeah, fun. I can't wait for camp. Yeah, Forest Service has to give me a night off every week, oh yeah. I see computer saying, yeah, sounds like a party.
I've always wanted to try some of that moonshine they have in the stores, but the moonshine they got in the stores was like an 80%. It's like, well, that ain't, that's not,
Yeah.
So if I'm going to try something, I'd want something that's a higher proof,
Do y'all watch the show Moonshiners?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to try some, some of that stuff from either Tickle or, the two guys. I can't think of the two guys' names right now, but like some of their stuff.
Well, you got the
What?
one guy that went legit. It makes that climax.
The climax, yeah.
Right.
Yep. Tim. Yep.
Yep.
And I've never seen climax. I don't know if it's just a Tennessee thing or
They have climax in this one place in Rochester Hills. Matter of fact, someone gave it away 2 years ago as a white elephant gift at our work for Christmas.
I bet that was cool.
Huh.
Yeah. So.
Hey, running water. I tell you what, some of the best shine I ever tasted was Homer T. Davis's. Yeah.
What's up, Tim?
Oh yeah. Yeah, but yeah, your pancakes even come in a little huckleberry bag.
Huckleberry.
Huckleberry.
What the hell is a huckleberry?
If I can't get it in a mason jar, it's real.
They didn't have no huckle bags when I was out there.
Oh, they don't have it in the mason jars. They put it in those 2 gallon or those 1 gallon milk jugs. It looks like.
Yeah.
That's how the real stuff comes.
This Homer T. Davis that I was talking to Running Water about, that old boy, he was out in Montana but he was originally from South Carolina, and oh man, he had a still out there, and he had Running Water as a kid out there helping him at the still, teaching him the ropes out at Homer T's still. And when I found out about it, I laughed. I thought it was great, but boy, Running Water's mother has been out of shape. And because I let Running Water run with him all he wanted, Homer T would give me a whole gallon, after a run just before we had this big rendezvous thing up there. And that was some of the best shine I ever drank, man. I never got hung over on that stuff, but boy, you could get hammered on it. Woo.
Well, Urban Bounty, if that's the case, I don't know how I'm going to connect to you, but I would love to try it.
Yeah.
Here's one Phil would probably like. Get that up in there.
Chipotle hot sauce.
Yeah, I'm gonna review that shit too. Yep.
Huckleberry Chipotle. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried it. They had samples there in the restaurant. You could get some with your food and stuff. It kind of was like that Bronco berry sauce you get with the jalapeno poppers at Arby's, with just a little more kick to it. So.
Bourbon said, for the record, UPS, FedEx, and UP. Post of it. It also works as hand sanitizer. So yes, send me some hand sanitizer. I would be obliged to clean my hands.
That's right. That's right.
That's why I tried to tell NBA. I was like, "Can I try some of that hand sanitizer?" He's like, "You can't find it." I'm like, "No."
Not the good stuff.
But we got a couple of resources here, but it's tough to get because there's small runs, and so many people want it. So many people want it that when they do a run, if you're not right on top of it, you ain't getting any because it's gone fast.
Well, usually they got their regulars anyways, the
right. Regulars first.
80% of it, right?
Yeah, regulars first, and sometimes the regulars will wipe out what they run.
But usually when they distribute it in the milk jugs, usually it's the people who get it from them that then wind up putting it in the mason jars. And sometimes even they knock it down, they dilute it to make it a little, to cut it to make it a little bit more go further. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah. I would never buy any from someone not trusted, that I know personally enough because, you could be getting some pretty bad cut stuff.
Yeah, that stuff from Homer, but you put that on a spoon, light it up, you got that nice whitish blue flame that would come off of it. It's so pure. Yeah.
Well, his shine had that sweet kind of lingering
caramel kind of taste.
Back taste to it. That God, that was good shine, man. That was good shine.
You gotta watch out. You'll get that shine. It tastes like kerosene.
Oh yeah.
That ain't no good.
It's gonna make you go blind.
You mean it tastes like kerosene?
Seriously.
I said, if I could just get some white lightning, it doesn't have to be anything special, just some traditional, just white corn. That's, I mean,
It's called Everclear.
well, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny because I was actually teased. I guess it was my 22nd
salt
birthday.
water.
I went to a bar, and I was like, "Hey, I want some tequila," and they put Everclear in there, and I was so drunk at the time, I couldn't even tell the difference of the color. And I drank that, and I went to a movie theater. I was like spitting flames. That was brutal.
Oh, I hate that when they give you a flaming blue Jesus full of blackberry brandy and a goddamn quarter of a shot of Everclear on top, light the some bitch on fire, and you forget there's a flame on top of it because they got the lights on too bright in the bar. You know, the lights are supposed to be dim in the bar so you can see the flame on top of your drink. Catch your damn face on fire. Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll make for good video.
Yeah, oh God, if I would have had a camera that night at Lord Fletcher's 5-star club and they served me up a flaming blue Jesus and I forgot to blow it out and I got it to my lips, realized that some bitch was flaming and it started running out of the damn glass all over the bar. I dropped the glass and holy shit, call the fire department. And the bartender was pissed. And he's slapping me in the face with a bar rag. I go, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, trying to put the fire out. I said, the fire's been out for 5 minutes. Quit slapping. He just used it as a good excuse. Slap that guy in the face.
Saving your beard, man.
I'm saving the beard. Saving the beard. Oh, come on, Roman. He come in here, caught his robe on fire. He didn't give a shit. He let us beat the fire out. Yeah.
That Roland is all cool and casual about it. Yep, I'm on fire again.
Yep.
Don't literally catch yourself on fire. I saw that. That was pretty funny.
That was, I mean, that was priceless. I just loved how cool he stayed through the whole thing, except for blowing on the fire.
I don't think it was the first time. I'm just saying.
No, it seemed like, just a daily event. What's a fire?
Yeah, I'm on fire again.
I would
That's
normally.
the third time today.
On it, but it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Like, whatever.
Yeah. If I came out of it, it was a good day. Yeah.
Just another day trimming the pubes.
What up, tuna?
What's up, tuna?
Hey, tuna.
It's not the tuna.
It's not the tuna.
Well, good night, Granny.
Good night.
Oh,
Yeah.
good night,
I hope you have a
Granny.
good night.
Hi, Granny. Good to see you. Good to hang out with you.
Granny.
Been nice being here. Y'all have fun.
Oh yeah, I had to take a look at the time too. Here.
Here's a hug for you. Here's a hug for you, Granny.
Oh, God.
Oh Jesus!
No
That's
hug.
the wrong kind of hug.
No, I
Hug
got
the nuts, though.
good night.
Oh. It hugged the nuts.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap it up here real quick, anyways. So it's a little after 11 o'clock here. So
You know, the first time I seen your full mankini picture, I thought, those things would look pretty good at a playground, a kid's playground for little toddlers to swing in. Have them hanging on the swings of toddlers.
I don't think you should be mentioning mankinis and toddlers. I'm just thinking that there's something
Swing.
right about that.
Swings.
Yeah, I don't think you should ever say that again. I think you can keep that one to yourself. That one.
The thing is you could create one and market it as a swing, and there wouldn't be anybody on there going, "Oh, that swing looks like a mankini." No, it's a swing.
It's a swing-kini.
It's like a swing that should be in my bedroom.
See, all these dirty minded bastards I hang out with. You know, take a really good idea and turn it into filth.
Yep.
Phil.
Oof. Well, listen, guys, let's wrap this up. I want to thank everyone that came up on the chat tonight. I greatly appreciate everybody coming up here and hanging out, spending their Saturday night here. Everybody out in the chat that's been hanging out all night, I do appreciate it, man. Is there anybody out there?
And thank you, Phil, for having us. We all
No problem, man. Is there anybody out there we can that comes here that we could raid?
Let me see here what I got on my
I'm
end.
just trying to see. Don't see anybody that's normally here.
No.
All right. Yeah, nobody. So, all right, guys. Hey, thanks for coming and hanging out. Love you guys. Keep it spicy.
Yay, you too.
Bye, everybody.